Hi, my name is Matthew, and I have the privilege of being paid by Ericsson to make the world a better place through open source. Now, for that, I am eternally grateful. I am also grateful to have been working on TraceCompass since 1.0, and last Wednesday, September 14th, was the release of TraceCompass 8.1. I want to show a few new cool features about it. Now, to start off, we're not going to see it here, they're not graphical, but there are many architectural changes that made TraceCompass.cloud functionality easier to develop. If you want more info on that, the great news, you can come and see me or some teammates at EclipseCon 2022. I believe tickets are still available. Secondly, in the Theia-based frontend for TraceCompass.cloud, we have added support for segment store tables. These tables are actually superior, in my opinion, to the ones from SWT TraceCompass or TraceCompass Classic. They are true virtual tables, and they support both sorting and seeking. Here's a quick demo. Now, I want to open up some IRQ statistics on my trace. We have our IRQ statistics, and we can plot it out as usual, but we can also now have a full table. And we can see, let's say we want to seek for duration, I don't know. I'm putting lots of dots because I like regexes. Nothing's that big. There you go. So your graphics card took 10 microseconds. That's very acceptable. Next up, and I will close these to demo it, the on-disk caching has a few critical sections removed, and this is very exciting for being able to do parallel seeks. You will notice that the seeks are a little snappier here. So if I get a thread status and a kernel status or resource status, which would be right here, they access the same state system. So if I pan now for both, like that, you will notice that the response time is much better than it was before. We have internal tracing that now aggregates to JMX beans too. This means that you can take your favorite bean counter or JConsole and see the server performance. If you're using the Eclipse TraceCompass, the classic SWT one, you can actually see your backend and frontend performance too. I'm going to just do a quick demo here. So here is a JConsole. I'm going to connect to the beans here, and if you look, here are all of our beans. So I was just demoing before some, I was demoing the seeks in the IRQ tables, and here are some stats on the IRQ tables. Friends, please remember, all these stats are in nanoseconds. They are made for developers. Finally, this is an annoying bug that was recently fixed, and I'm very happy about it. Let's say you have a trace like this, where you have two different traces that have different columns. If you go to your events table in the Theia-based frontend on TraceCompass.cloud, you will see that the columns are no longer duplicated. They are correctly merged, and there is a precedence in the order. Honestly, this for me makes the table finally usable, because you can have TIDs on your kernel trace and on your user space trace, and now it's only in one column. So with all these great features, what's left? One feature that very narrowly missed the release window, and it should be in TraceCompass 8.2, so please stay tuned, is storing the execution graph and therefore critical path on disk. This improves the scalability of TraceCompass tremendously, And I want to give massive props to Geneviève B. and Arnaud for making this work. So there are many more improvements. I would like to know if we covered what you wanted. Feel free to reach out to us. And remember, if you hit a bug in your code, it shouldn't be seen as an annoyance. It's an opportunity for learning. We hope we can help you get there.